Hi, I am John Maris Katadman, BS Ed Filipino 1, and for today's video, I am going to tackle about globalization, which includes its characteristics, advantages, and effects to language use and communication. So, what is globalization? Globalization is a process of interaction and integration among the people, companies, and governments of different nations, a process driven by international trade and investment and aided by information technology. This process has effects on the environment, on culture, on political systems, on economic development and prosperity, and on human physical well-being in societies around the world. The characteristics of globalizations are: globalization is not a new Western concept. Globalization is an opportunity. Globalization means interdependence. Globalization means caring and sharing. Globalization puts technology in service of mankind. Globalization is inevitable and irreversible. Globalization has linked politics with economics. Globalization means raised standards of living. And lastly, globalization demands and respects excellence. The following are the advantages of globalization in communication. First is globalization allows us to pool in our resources together. Next is globalization would also reduce labor exploitation issues. The third one is globalization reduces the prospects of tyranny. The fourth one is globalization improves communication access. The fifth one is globalization would remove tax havens for wealthy individuals and businesses. Number 6 is globalization would help the developing world progress faster. Number 7, globalization would reduce currency manipulation problems. Number 8, globalization encourages free trade. Number 9, globalization could create more employment opportunities. If there are advantages on globalization in communication, there are also disadvantages of globalization on communication. The first one is globalization may encourage more offshoring instead of less. The second one is globalization benefits the wealthy more than the poor. The third one is globalization encourage disease transfer. The fourth one is globalization could reduce social safety net programs. The fifth one is globalization would create a new system of politics. The sixth one is globalization would not prevent resource consumption. The seventh one is globalization would make it easier for people to cheat. The eighth one is globalization doesn't fix a lack of skills. The next one is globalization changes how humans would identify themselves. And the last one is that globalization would negatively impact the environment. Effects of globalization in language and communication is we know we can talk about it. Before having globalization, we only talk to Tagalog, Bisaya, Ilocano, Kapampangan, Bicolano, and many more. But because of globalization, we learn some of the other languages like English, Korean, Japanese, French, Dutch, Chinese, and many more. Because of globalization, we also communicate them by using English because they can easily understand what is it all about. However, with globalization, allowing languages and their cultures to spread and dominate on a global scale, it also leads to the extinction of other languages and cultures. Language contributes to the formation of culture, such as through vocabulary or greetings or humor.